Alright, so you're ready to do the advanced route for BK Hundo on the Xbox version. I'm going to be here to do a quick tutorial on it. I'm going to go ahead and link Chili's beginner tutorial in the description if you want to use that instead. So very quickly, I'll go over FFM setup, which you should already know if you're doing the advanced route. Obviously, learn all the moves on your file, and you're good to go. So let's get into Spiral Mountain. So for the advanced route in Spiral Mountain, we actually save 3 honeycombs for the B during our RBA section later on in the game. So the route's a little bit different from the regular beginner / N64 route. So of course, just gotta sit through the bottles text here. We're almost ready to go. Spam B. And we're off. So it starts off the same. The backflip. And the rocks, of course. And then this is actually going to be our last honeycomb coming up, the one underwater. You want to turn left after grabbing it. And go straight up to the bridge. Peck up. Very important to get bottle skip. And we'll see Spiral Mountain later on. So doing RBA in Spiral Mountain saves around 3 or 4 seconds, which is nice. Do 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 do. Same old lair section. So we actually use RBA for Mumbo's Mountain as well. It saves skipping the termite transformation, and that's a pretty decent time save. Plus we get to skip out on 4 extra tokens during the run. Alright, so it starts off the same, going directly to the pink Jinjo. But the route is different after that. So you get these, you get the first hump, this hump, and this hump. And then you go all the way over to this hump. Do not get the Jiggy, we'll be getting that later as the B. And the mud huts. Grab all 5 eggs here. And go into Mumbo's Skull. Do not get the Jiggy, that's for RBA. Try not to wake Mumbo up. If you do, it's not too big of a deal, but it's obviously a time loss. 2 more huts and then Juju. And then grab the Jiggy and Talon Shot. It's a little bit faster than getting it out of Talon Shot. You start the Jiggy dance fairly sooner. Hold forward also so you turn Banjo, but it's not that big of a deal. Final 2 huts. If you're lucky enough, you can get a frame-perfect grab while you take damage on this Gremlin that saves 5 seconds, but it's really unreliable. Then you come back down for this hump, and go to the honeycomb, and do a quick dive in the water. Bridge notes, pretty standard stuff here. All these. Make sure you leave Talon's Drop before grabbing this Jiggy. And then just do this hill as I do. Leave challenge shot again. Alright, so Conga section. There's 2 different ways you can grab the Conga Jiggy when he throws his oranges. If you're really fast, you want to grab the Jiggy before going to Chimpy. But if you like miss an orange switch or you're like really slow at it, you want to leave the Jiggy so you can get an overlap. So you can grab both Jiggies at the same time. So let's see what I get. I was really fast, so I'm gonna grab the Jiggy as it spawns. If you're slow, you would just leave the Jiggy here and go straight to Chimpy. The reason why is because as we get to Chimpy here, you'll see the text. We're just waiting on it to end. If you wouldn't have grabbed the Jiggy, you'd just be standing here doing nothing. So grab all of these eggs since we already learned eggs on our file. If you miss 1 or 2, it's no big deal. And then fight Conga. And jump across, pretty standard. Again, trying to get all the eggs if you need to. Alright, so after the Wit Switch, 2 different things. If you left the Jiggy, you would want to drop down and flutter onto both Jiggies at the same time. That would save you 2 dance animations. Or if you grab the Jiggy, just roll off and save and quit. It skips the Jiggy dance and we're done with Mumbo's Mountain Part 1. The key there is to grab the Jiggies at the same time, to skip the dances and save and quit. So we'll finish up that section as the B later on. Let's go ahead and open up our 2 levels. So with this route, normally you would do TTC before Clanker's Cavern, but in this route we do Clanker's Cavern first. The reason is for honeycomb management. If you were to do TTC first, you would get a health refill at the end of TTC, which is very slow for your death warp, so we don't want that. So you do Clankers first. It also allows us to get extra feathers so we can do the faster TTC route instead of the double death warp route, which you guys have normally used in the beginner route. So we go in the pipe, activate our cauldron, grab the token, and we're ready to head into the Clanker's Cavern lair. So I'm going to end the first part here, and the next part I will do shortly after. So thanks for watching, stay tuned for part 2.